Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Vidhi Birmecha and you are watching Legal Bites. Before we move on to the video, why don't you take a moment, go subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Today, we will discuss in detail 8 legal rights that every Indian woman must know. Violence against women is rampant in India. It hinders educational attainment and has social and economic costs. Moreover, as per the records of 2020, an average of 87 rape cases were registered daily in India. What is constant among these years is the increase in crime against women. This might not be the actual figures because many women don't often report crime. They feel a sense of shame or are not aware of legal rights or recourse, think about their family, the societal needs, and lastly, do not consider themselves to be capable of fulfilling their own needs. I, through this video, aim to empower women to be legally aware of their rights and duties. There is a lack of legal awareness in India, especially in females. If our aim as a country is to decrease the disparity, our first action in line should be to make them legally aware. So just take out 10 minutes of your time and do watch this video. Let's dive in. The 8 legal rights that I'll be discussing in detail today is right to maintenance, right to equal pay, right to dignity and decency, right against domestic violence, right against workplace discrimination and sexual harassment, right against dowry, right to maternity leave, and right against arrest. The first right that we'll be discussing in detail today is right to maintenance. According to Hindu Marriage Act 1955, maintenance is an amount payable by the husband to his wife who is unable to maintain herself either during the marriage or upon separation or divorce. By the term maintenance, we do not only mean monetary support, but we also include other necessities of life like food, shelter, health, education, etc. What is important to note down here is that the amount of maintenance is dependent on the income of the husband. Section 125 of the Code of Criminal Procedure Code 1973 puts an obligation on the husband to maintain his divorced wife until and unless she refuses to live with him without any reasonable cause, or both of them decide to live separately with mutual consent. Under this section, any Indian woman, irrespective of her caste or religion, can claim maintenance from her husband. The second right that I will be discussing in detail today is right to equal pay. As we all know that there is a pay gap or unequal pay between both the genders, that is why our Indian Constitution has recognized the principle of equal pay for equal work for both the genders. A man and woman is both entitled to get the same pay for the same work being done. This was ensured by Equal Remuneration Act 1976 that puts an aim to prevent any discrimination on the basis of gender in matters related to employment and its opportunities. In this context, equal pay does not only mean monetary pay, but it also includes recruitment services, other benefits and allowances. Moving on to the third right, right to dignity and decency. Every person, including the woman, have the right to live with dignity and decency, free from fear, coercion, violation, discrimination, etc. These are the basic human rights that any person across the globe have asked for, including women, but have been denied in one way or the other. Each day there is at least going to be one headline that talks about crime against women or girls. After recognizing this issue, still the lack of unawareness jumps in. The criminal law has provisions for offences committed against women ranging from acid attack, rape, attempt to commit rape, sexual violence, domestic violence, murder, dowry, death, suicide, stalking, voyeurism, etc. If I begin to state all the laws and provisions, I may have to start a new video series on it. Moving on to the fourth right, right against domestic violence. According to the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005, every woman has a right against domestic violence. It means causing harm or injury to a woman in a domestic relationship. It also includes physical, verbal, sexual, economic and emotional abuse within its purview. Even a threat to abuse amounts to domestic violence. The aim of the Act is to protect wives or female live-in partners from domestic violence at the hands of husband or male live-in partners, including his relatives. You may also contact Women Helpline number 1091 and register your case. They will further inform the case to the police. You may also approach Women's Cell in your area and they will have special services from lodging a complaint to drafting of the complaint before the magistrate. You may also register a case before the police. Since the matter is cognizable, police is bound to register an FIR. If they deny to do so, You may write a letter to the superintendent of police and he may either investigate it himself or direct a subordinate police to do so. If he also denies it, then you have the power to write an application to the magistrate according to Section 12 of the DV Act with the help of a lawyer seeking redressal in the jurisdiction of your area. Moving on to the fifth right. Right against workplace discrimination or sexual harassment. After the case of Vishaka versus State of Rajasthan, the Supreme Court laid down guidelines and an act was made upon it. The name of the act is the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013. So if any person at workplace have asked for sexual favors, unwelcoming physical or verbal conduct, repeated compliments about your appearance, circulating obscene photos, unwanted touch or whistling will all amount to sexual harassment at workplace. If you have faced any inappropriate behavior, do not hesitate and let the world know about it with courage. Either complain it in the Internal Complaint Committee or contact district office of your area. Moving on to the sixth right, right against dowry. Being in the 21st century, after so many years of independence, what has not left Indian minds is the concept of dowry. Whenever the term marriage is involved, dowry comes hand in hand. Dowry system means giving or taking of any valuable property or security agreed or to be given directly or indirectly by one party to another amounts to dowry and can be penalized under Dowry Prohibition Act 1961. If you give, take or abet in giving and taking of dowry, you shall be punishable with minimum imprisonment of 5 years and a minimum fine of Rs 15,000. Moving on to the seventh right, right to maternity leave. The need for women to take a maternity leave has been treated as a disability. This is because they often take leave for few weeks before and after the birth of the child. In the past, employees would fire women if they needed maternity leave or the fact that it interfered with the ability to perform. Thus, in order to being fired, they used to leave work without pay. Under the Maternity Amendment Act 2017, the maternity leave has been raised from 12 weeks to 26 weeks. Prenatal leave has been raised to 8 weeks. However, if a woman has 2 or more children, she is liable to only 12 weeks of maternity leave and 6 weeks of prenatal leave. By extending the maternity leave, India has become one of the 42 countries for having such a long maternity leave. Moving on to the last right, right against arrest. Women have the right not to be arrested after sunset and before sunrise. A female constable has to be always present when arresting a woman. When arrested, woman has to be kept in a separate room from men. If a female herself is accused and has been committed an offence, then she should be behaved and dealt with decency. So, this was it. There are many laws catering to the benefit of the woman, but these 8 legal rights were the most basic yet important ones. I believe that if you know the law, you do not need any other weapon. Law itself is given by the state, but misusing it is an offence too. So keep that in mind. Being aware of one's own rights is the first step to fight injustices in your own path. So the bottom line is, know your rights and fight for it. If this video was helpful to you, don't forget to like, share and comment. Bye bye.